Thank you, Taymaker Wham, for the hit Alex Stein with Hammer Fish Toy.
Nothing hurts me.
And thank you, Feeling is Yummy, for the hit Alex Stein with Hammer Fish Toy.
Can you guys hold on a second? Get this real quick. Stein, let me know, is this badass or is it gay? Ben, get this, okay?
Stein says it's badass. Pass it on.
I got another one from Thank you, True.
Oh, go! Ow! I missed you too!
Oh,
Ah!
oh, he's wild.
I'm wild! I'm wild Andy!
He's wild, though.
I'm wild Andy!
He's wild.
Ah! Ah!
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. I'll break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. It's so good to be back from our extended vacation, July 4th, the day Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Everybody knows about that, right? Isn't that when we discovered America? Is that correct, Jimmy?
That is correct.
And we love America. All right, tonight we have an incredible show. We have a guy, comedian. You got to check out his newest book, Delco Dirtball, but you know him from Gillian Keeves. He was just had a cameo on Tires, and you'll hear him all the time on the Dad Meet podcast, the one, the only, Mike Rainey. Mike, how are you doing?
Prime time. What's up, brother?
Look at this. We're shaking. Look at this. Show this. That's the connection. We want to make you feel a little more at home, so tell us about Tires. What's Tires all about? Were you a mechanic or something?
No, my mother was run over by a gravedigger.
I love Gravedigger. Are you serious? That would be a huge settlement. No, I've always tried. My dad actually wanted me to get hurt at one of those monster truck events.
It happens sometimes. Have you ever seen the tires flying off into the
Yes, and it's like my dad's dream when I was a little kid, he'd always try to sit me right above the ice at the Dallas Stars game because he wanted me to get hit by a puck because then I would get free college, is what he said.
I would keep going to a monster truck rally because I've seen tires fly. I've also seen. Did you ever see the dog truck?
Why does that not sound familiar? The dog truck, like the
It's got floppy ears on the side.
So you're talking about from Dumb and Dumber? I know that one, but they have a version.
No,
of
they have a dog monster truck.
like a sheepdog monster truck.
Yeah, and it's fucked up. And I saw it break down once, and they said you can't keep a good dog down.
That's very true, and every dog has its day. I don't know any other dog puns, but I do know that I love cats too. Do you have any pets?
I got 3 fucking cats, man.
I have cats too. Let's see. Tell the people at home, cats are great. Why are they so special? Why are they so kind? And so I could just, if I had to, I could just eat my cat.
Yeah, with dogs, I kind of get where Michael Vick was coming from.
Yeah.
You'll never hear of anybody having like a cat compound like Michael Vick had the dog compound.
No.
And 9 out of 10 dogs that I meet, I wish they would also meet Michael Vick.
And, you know, I have a pit bull, and let me tell you something. My pit bull is terrible. Ginger, she's so bad. And I can't tell you how many times Michael Vick, what he would do is they didn't want to spend money to euthanize him, so they would get metal cages, and they'd throw the dog in a swimming pool in a metal cage.
Euthanize Michael Vick?
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'd probably euthanize Ginger, but I don't want to go to jail like Michael Vick. Even though I love my pit bull, but she's bad.
She's good with the cats, though?
She's great with the cats. I can't believe it. She hates other dogs. If I take Ginger to the freaking dog park, she'll bite another dog's paw off. But the cats, she's licking and so nice, and it's insane.
I'm a cat man. I got 3 at home. I can't wait to see them. It's been a week. So if you're watching, big boy, little boy, buddy, I miss you so much, and Daddy can't wait to see you.
Gosh, Mike, I could tell. That's why we have the good vibrational energy, because you're a cat guy, I'm a cat guy, so that's how we connect. Speaking of connecting, though, have you seen the President of the United States is connected to a dialysis machine? Is that what he's connected to, Jimmy? What does he have? He's on dialysis, or?
No, he keeps getting visited by a Parkinson's doctor.
Is that worse than kidney disease? What would you think, Mike? What's worse? Would you rather have Parkinson's or
I like Parkinson's because it reminds me of Hulkamania. Remember when Hulk would he'd be getting his ass whipped in the ring, and he'd be shaking, and it would seem like he's defeated.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, like he'd rise up, and Hulkamania would start running wild. I think that's might be what's happening with Biden. I think when November comes around, Hulkamania is going to run wild.
You think they're going to charge his battery, have him on all those amphetamines and everything?
I say this as a Hulkamaniac. I think there's a chance that might happen.
Okay, we have to cover two different things right now. And Jimmy, remind me to get back to Joe Biden, but I'm a baby Hulkamaniac myself, and I'm very good friends with a guy by the name of Bubba the Love Sponge, which I'm sure you've heard of.
Fucked his wife.
Yeah, he banged his wife. His wife. And we're going to be at Bubba's, we're doing a Cash Cube event. We're at the Morgan Wallen concert this weekend, where Bubba's going to put $10,000 in a cash cube, and he's going to let illegal immigrants and regular immigrants try to...
His wife.
Nobody's going to bang his wife, Mike. Jimmy, do not let anybody clip this. He gets so mad at me.
Sorry, man.
No, Bubba gets so mad at me when I bring up people blasting his wife. What did you think about that? Did you think the Hulkster did a good job? If you're a Hulkamaniac, you must have seen the sex tape.
I did, and it's like Bubba's got a beautiful wife, so you get why Hulk Hogan was screaming the N-word while he was doing it.
Yes. Yes, and that's a word that they do use at the Bubba compound. A little too much.
That's how you get in.
That is how you get in. That's
No doorbell.
No, you just say the N-word and they're like, oh, come on in, you can bang my wife. No, but I love you, Bubba. He's the nicest guy, and I'm not going to bang his wife. We're not going to do any of that. But Hulk Hogan, just on this thing, he's the new Real American beer. He's got a new beer coming out. Have you not seen
I
this?
didn't know that, no.
Well, but there's a controversy, and we don't have a clip of this or anything, where one of the promo models, you know how like Monster Energy drink, Budweiser, they have like the bikini promo models? Well, one of them was an African-American woman, and she got fired from doing the latest promos, and she thinks that she got fired because of the color of her skin. So do you think that Hulk Hogan is a racist?
I don't think so. Listen, everybody has a day where they've stubbed their toe, they've watched somebody cross on a crosswalk outside of it. No.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
No.
Can we talk about something else?
What? We can't talk about the Hulkamaniac?
No, just no.
We love Bubba
I'm
Army,
just stressed.
okay?
I know. I'm just stressed.
I know, I'm stressed too. But
Yes.
speaking of stress, imagine getting impregnated or impregnating your sister, Mike. Have you ever heard of this? Incest.
I have, yes. Are you familiar with it in practice or videos or?
I've never seen a video of it. Well, actually, I take that back, because now there's all kinds of weird videos, like stepmom, stepdad, stepbrother, stepsister.
They're always stuck.
They're always stuck. These people are so dumb. They always get stuck in a washing machine. They get their genitals stuck in a pizza box. It makes no sense. But what makes even less sense is this latest gaffe from President Joe Biden.
There's a lot of young women are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, it's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try.
Have you ever raped your spouse?
No, but I have been raped by my mother-in-law. And it was the oldest trick in the book. It's like, hey, can you come open this jar of jam for me? And I go over. Before I knew it, my father-in-law was behind me, bending me over the table.
Oh.
With the peanut butter.
It was the father-in-law.
Yeah. But the mother-in-law set it up, so she's liable as well. So I'm on board with him, and I would like to hear the rest of what he says in that.
Yeah, is there any more to that clip, Jimmy?
No, he got cut off.
Wow, that's pretty bad. And then he makes another gaffe. Let's play shot number 2.
So this is at a black radio station.
But before the president did that, he called into a couple of black radio stations.
That sounds
where he
racist.
said, among other things, this.
By the way, I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, served with a black president. I'm proud of the role of the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much that we can do because together there's nothing. Look, this is the United States of America.
He's proud to be the first black woman.
Again, I'm on board with him because saying that somebody's calling into a black radio station. I remember when my son was going through the terrible twos. I think that would have been an appropriate time to say it because my wife and I, we're just like, what's going on here? If one of us had just said he's just calling into a black radio station, just let him ride it out, and I think that would have.
I mean, he does have black vibes, though, a little bit, because he does show up everywhere 15 minutes late.
Black Vibes was actually the black radio show he was calling into.
Black Vibes. That actually is a hit radio station. And then another one. Did you see, we don't have a clip of this, but a woman, she exposed that the Biden campaign gave her 8 questions and that she could choose 4 of the questions to ask.
It was from that interview.
It was from that interview,
Yeah.
So that woman that did the interview at the black station, she exposed that we were only allowed to ask a certain, obviously prepared, approved questions. and she said that she did this and that they, made him go through the rigmarole to do this and that they fired her. So a black woman lost her job because of Joe Biden.
You have the questions?
No. What are the questions, Jimmy? What were the questions? Why are you the greatest president in the world? Like, what do you think the approved questions are for Joe Biden?
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Are you
How
still
does his
running?
child's hair smell?
Yeah, why does he always want to smell the kids? What's that all about in your opinion, Mike? Do you think he is a pedo?
No, I think you and I enjoyed smelling salts, right?
Yes, we did. Speaking of, let's take a little smelling salts. Guys, this is what we do here. Joe Rogan went really viral doing this, so now we've stolen this bit where we just sit here. And this is Atomic Rhino. This is not fake. This is not, I want to show the inside. And be careful, Nathan. I don't want you to inhale any of this. It might make you drop that camera. So do you have any techno music?
One second.
Any sort of music. Get the music up. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Take a hit of that. Wow. Now
Is your asshole supposed to be this wide open?
Yes, it's supposed to get very, very big right now. Let me get a hit of that. Look at this. Woo, baby! That's how we party. Welcome. I don't know if you need another one, but I'm about to puke.
I'm good. We're the first 2 black women vice presidents
of America.
You did it, Alex.
Ooh, but you know what I like to do? You know why I like to do smelling salts? Because I like to do a little exercise. This is what I like to do.
Let it rip, baby.
So let me do. This is what all my physical fitness. You take a hit of this, and then we do 3 reps. Entire flipping. Ah! 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 Now you flip it back. Woo! Tires on Netflix. Starring Shane Gillis. Hit it!
Alex, I'm stuck.
No.
I need you to motivate me. Give me something.
This is what you do when they get stuck in all the movies, right?
Say the name Derek Chauvin 3 times.
Derek Chauvin! Derek Chauvin! Derek Chauvin!
Ah!
Whew. That's how we train. That's an open country tire right there. Whew.
Great, and there he is. He's like Beetlejuice.
Speaking of Beetlejuice, you like coffee?
Love it.
It's good stuff. Whew, my nose is bleeding, I think, but do we have an ad read?
I'll bring up the CastBrew since
I'm
you have
crying,
it.
Jimmy. I'm crying.
Yes.
I'm crying. I don't feel good. All right.
All right.
Let me take a hit. Where's my smelling salts?
Oh, no.
Where'd my salts go?
Oh, it's under your
You
shit.
hit the salt before you do this one.
Yeah, let me hit the salt really good. I want to do a good ad read for my friend Tim Pool. You know who Tim Pool is, right?
Yes.
He's a famous YouTuber, a regular guest on the Joe Rogan show. And he's named a coffee after me. It's delicious. Oh! Born of a desire for a bold coffee and a need to build companies that support American values, CastBrew provides an alternative to the faceless corporate ecosystem and fosters a parallel economy that actually supports freedom. Try my own personal blend, Alex Stein's Primetime Grind. It's a dark roast, 100% organic ground coffee with 2 times the amount of caffeine. It's the strongest coffee known to man. We also partnered with a charity in Somalia that helps provide paper towels in regions affected by piracy. When we deliver the paper, we look them in the eye and say, look at me, I'm the napkin now. Did ChatGPT write that joke, Jimmy?
No, I came up with that.
You wrote that joke, I'm the napkin now?
Yes. Yeah, look at me, I'm the napkin now.
Mike's a real comedian. Is that a good joke or is that a bad joke?
I think it's great. And I think what you're doing with Somalia is terrific. I would even go so far as to create my own blend, call it Black Coffee Down.
Ooh, Black Hawk Down, Black Coffee Down. God, Mike is a brilliant. He's good at this. All right. Just visit, guys, if you want to get some of this crap, and it's good crap. It's not crap, but I call it crap, but it's really good ass shit. I love it. Go to cashbrew.com. Use promo code PRIMETIME to save 10% off your purchase. That's cashbrew.com. Promo code PRIMETIME. Drink your coffee responsibly. Okay, what now?
We have 2 more videos, Nabok. Just get to them.
Oh yeah,
quickly.
let's watch the.
So we got
shot number
3. So this was at a rally shortly after the debate when he tried to convince voters that he does not have Parkinson's. So.
Oh, okay. Ooh, let's see.
Well, guess what? They're trying to push me out of the race. No! Well, let me say this as clear as I can.
You go, no!
I'm staying in the race. I'll beat Donald Trump. I will beat him again in 2020.
The president doesn't even know what year we are in. I I mean, I don't even want much from our president because, there's an old saying, idolizing a politician is like thinking the stripper actually likes you. Like, the politician doesn't like us, the stripper doesn't like us. But I just want a president that knows the date and time in which that he is giving a speech. Is that too much to ask for?
I think it shows him as powerful because who's to say he can't time travel? Because I think that's the illusion there.
Well, and that Donald Trump's uncle has all of the time travel technology, and that's why they're secretly going after him. And honestly, I should have had this pulled up. Back to the Future, movie you've seen, I'm sure, Mike.
Yes.
Biff Tannen is modeled after Donald Trump. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, no.
You really didn't know that?
No.
So like the big casino, all that, and who's Zemeckis? Who did Robert Zemeckis? I forget who did, I think it was Robert Zemeckis, but they admitted later on that character was named after Trump. So some people, these conspiracy theorists that I love, they go and they put all this weird like predictive programming and all this weird stuff. And basically they say that Donald Trump is a time traveler and he got them to make Back to the Future about himself. What do you think about that?
I like that idea. And also, relative to Michael J. Fox, maybe he's mimicking Marty McFly in health.
Michael J. Fox, why? Because Marty McFly is getting worse and...
Well, he's getting better, I think. Did you see him on stage with Coldplay recently playing guitar? He's playing Fix You.
Well, are you kidding?
I swear to God, Alex.
Michael J. Fox is playing the guitar. Good for him.
He's playing the guitar. He's playing Fix You, and then they had 100 doctors come out and actually fix him.
Michael J. Fox, so you see him at he goes to those Comic-Cons, and he's not making it. It makes me so sad. I mean, that's Marty McFly.
Again, I think he's playing the long game. I think he might be a faker.
Oh!
But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the rest of the year brings.
Clip that. Dude, Michael J. Fox is faking his illness. I'm sure the execs at Netflix would love that. I'm sure they would love to hear about that.
Think about his last name. Sly like a...
Fox. Oh my gosh. I love conspiracies. That makes sense. And that's what the elites do, is they like to tease us. They like to mock us. It's like, did you know that Code Red Mountain Dew came out 1 week before September 11th, 2001?
Did it really? I recently had a Baja Blast for the first time.
I know. That came out right before the Israel-Palestine war.
Are you a Code Red man?
I am a Code Red. I like the Yellow 5 because it atrophies my penis, so I won't get my girlfriend pregnant when we make love.
What does Baja Blast do to your penis?
It blasts it. It's going. Blast it. It's good. It's blast my dong. Blast it up.
Hey, Alex, what does this next person do to your penis?
Oh, speaking of doing stuff to penises, look at this sexy lady.
I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine.
What is wrong with her bowels?
I think we could thank Ted Danson for that.
Oh, do you think that he stretched out so much and now she has a leaky anus? And
I think he did. And also, she just might be trying to get in touch with the president, too. Because I think he's making it cool to have a fully loaded diaper.
It's like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, it's cool to pee your pants. You remember?
I do. It's cool to poop your pants now.
God bless America. I might try to poop my pants right now real quick. All right, now I'm going to hold it in. I don't want to get in trouble. Yes.
Honest question. When's the last time you pooped your pants a little bit?
Honest answer, I was on a Spirit Airlines flight, and I had been at the Amex Lounge. I'm not even kidding. And I was eating, they have a vegan Impossible sausage there. I'm not even kidding. I ate a bunch of eggs, ate a bunch of bacon, and I was like, you know what? It's like we were taking off, like, you know how it's loud? And you always hear rumors about people blasting farts because nobody can hear it.
Yeah.
I just tried to blast one, and a little dookie came out, and the seatbelt sign was still on, so I had to sit there for another 20 minutes with a little dookie in my pants. And I was sitting next to this 300-pound Haitian woman that was pissed. She could smell it.
Were you her Port-au-Prince?
No, I wasn't her Port-au-Prince, but she was eating fried chicken from the Popeyes at the airport. This is in New Orleans, so
okay.
I kind of think I ruined her dirty rice. I made it a little extra dirty.
She's from Port-au-Prince. You need a Port-au-potty.
Mike, you're a pun master, dude. I don't know where you learned about this. And Mike, if you guys, other than Mike's newest book, this book is great. On Perks, Facebooking While Intoxicated. And Mike talks about his, dare I say, troubled past? Or how would you describe overcoming drug overdose? Drug abuse. Because now you're doing great. You're on tires, hit Netflix show, you're traveling the country. But how would you define this book? Is this a triumphant story, or is this like a story of despair because it was during your darkest times?
It's triumphant until I turn 50. I'm 45 now. When I turn 50, I'm falling back off the wagon, and I'm taking up every bad habit.
You're going to go back to the dope?
Yeah. I'm going back to the past. We just talked about back to the future. I'm going back to the past, and I'm doing everything I want to do.
If you could do any drug right now and not get addicted, what drug would you do?
Cocaine.
That's the one that you miss the most?
I do.
Because cocaine is, I mean, hey guys, if there's any kids watching this, turn it off. Cocaine can be fun sometimes. I mean, it's not very unhealthy, very bad. But Hunter Biden, you think he's not having fun with a bunch of Dominican prostitutes driving around in his Porsche Carrera at 200 miles an hour? That's fun. It's so much fun. To illegally street race is one of the most fun things you can do.
But yeah, I had a wicked bender in 2012, Memorial Day weekend. I ended up in Atlantic City. I was smoking crack with a homeless guy that I met. And when I got back home to Philly, I swore that I was never doing drugs or alcohol again. And as luck would have it, I herniated 2 discs in my back, and I ended up getting addicted to Percocets within the same month.
And you're in the Perk 30s, is that what they call them?
I was on Perk 10s. I ended up taking 15s, and then I would get 30s anytime I could get my hands on them.
And the perks, are those time released? So don't you have to do something to them?
The ones I had were not time released.
So you just pop them? You wouldn't snort them, smoke them, or zip them?
Mostly popping, but then I graduated to snorting them.
And why is it, I've always wondered that though, and this makes it sound like a rube or whatever. I feel like you waste it by snorting it though. I always thought that. And is that crazy? I know it hits you faster when you snort it, but I feel like if you just ingest it all, you're not wasting the stuff that you snort out.
It could be, but for me, with pills or cocaine, a big part of it was the ritual of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, with pills, it's like you can be one and done, just throw it down the old hatch there. But it's so much fun to crush it up and snort it off a Kids Bop CD case.
Hey, dude, a CD case is doing it, and the best is when you're driving down the road doing it. That's the most fun you can do, is when you're leaving the dealer's house and you have like the old, Third Eye Blind CD, and you're just chopping lines and ripping it while you're driving. I mean, it's very dangerous. Do not do that at home, but fun.
Do it. Tracy Chapman in Fast Car tells you to do it, so do it.
Does she do cocaine in that song?
Probably. She reminds me a lot of Whoopi, because I bet she's got poopy falling out of her butt cheeks.
She definitely has poop in her butt cheeks. And speaking of partying, our next sponsor will help you get the party started. You don't like alcohol anymore, but luckily a lot of our audience does. Well, how about this one? Do you support the troops?
I do, and I still love alcohol.
Okay, you still love it. Okay, good for you. Are you still drinking?
No, I just love it.
You love it, yeah.
I can love it from a distance.
How could you not love it?
I love alcohol like a dead wife. I can't enjoy it anymore, but I can still remember it fondly.
Checks out with me. That one checks out. Well, since you do support the troops and you said yes to both, you're going to love our next sponsor, because it's a liquor that donates to Folds of Honor. Since 2007, Folds of Honor has provided life-changing scholarships to the spouses and children of America's fallen or disabled in combat. And in 2023, this was extended to include the families of fallen first responders. They've awarded 51,000 scholarships and more than $200 million so far. As proud supporters of Folds of Honor, Flying Ace has had the privilege of providing hope for the families of those who protect our freedom, as well as providing scholarships. Go to flyingacespirits.com or go to the link in the description, and when you purchase a bottle of Flying Ace, you will also be donating to Folds of Honor. Make sure to use the promo code PRIMETIME and get free shipping on every order. That's flyingacespirits.com. Promo code PRIMETIME. Make sure to use that promo code so that they know that I sent your drunk ass. And drink responsibly. Do not start getting on the Perk 30s and start Instagramming or Facebooking. What's the most degenerate thing that you tweeted or posted on your Facebook?
It was all very sweet. It actually, Perks made me a better person. But it was all so regretful that every post in that book, on Facebook it says a year ago you posted this.
Of course, yes.
Well, every day I was seeing one of those, and they were all more embarrassing than the next. So I compiled those, put them into the book, and gave a present-day analysis of each. And Alex, I don't want you to think that I'm rude, so I brought a copy of On Perks for your wife's boyfriend.
Oh, for Don Terrius!
Yes.
And unfortunately, Don Terrius can only read at a first grade level. He only knows the words that are on billboards. He can read subway signs, but he will definitely use this to kindle and make a fire, and probably cook a rotisserie chicken bones that he'll make into a soup stock that he'll probably pour on somebody on the subway and burn them.
As long as he enjoys it. And also, I have another surprise. Are you familiar with the R. Bud Dwyer? No, I'm teasing.
Oh my gosh, you're going to blow my brains out.
It's Texas teasing. I'm in Texas, baby.
Can you believe that guy blew his brains out on TV like that?
Yeah, God, what a life.
And then there was another video of a guy doing it where did you guys see this? I want to ask Jimmy and Brandon, where they AI'd a guy where he gets the gun and It was a famous YouTube video, or it was on Facebook, and then they make the AI where you can do the next frame. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they can like, add to it. And so he goes to where he's shooting himself, and they kept using AI to where like he saves himself. It's insane, but there's a video.
Did you see the Bjork stalker's suicide video? I think his name's Ricardo Lopez.
And he was stalking Bjork.
Well, no, he's labeled a stalker. He never actually stalked her, so it bums me out that he got labeled a stalker. But he loved her, and he was mad that she had a biracial boyfriend. Who wouldn't be? But he was planned on killing himself because of this. Okay. So he filmed himself in the act. He shaved himself down. He painted himself green and red. And
what was the green and red supposed to symbolize? You know?
I don't know. I think he just had green and red paint. Okay. And he placed a blank canvas behind him because I think the plan was for him to blow his brains out and have his brains create a painting for Bjork. However, the bullet exited out his back and missed the canvas entirely. And I don't think you know how big of a loser you have to be to not be able to make abstract art. Yeah. But he pulled it off.
Mike, you're making great points. I mean, this guy, and you know, he's saying like, oh, look at this. I'm going to do this cool suicide painting, and it's going to go so viral. And he's such a loser, he can't even do it. That's another thing is, why are these people so bad at committing suicide? And we're anti-suicide, by the way, YouTube. But I mean, come on, how hard is it? Just go turn your car on inside your garage and go to take a nap. I mean, these people are idiots. They can't even figure out how to kill themselves. No wonder they can't get a job working at Chili's or doing anything, you know, functional in society.
Yeah, do we have to fucking do it for you?
Yeah. And in Canada, they're actually doing that. They have medically assisted suicide.
Are you considering it?
I am. I have hurt my ankle the other day, and it's just such a bitch. I'm just like, you know what?
Same to you. I got gout right now.
You should do it. They would actually approve you for medically assisted suicide and for small things like that. Like a guy just got it for erectile dysfunction.
I got to ask you this because I'm a gentleman that, because of perks, temporarily suffered from erectile dysfunction.
Ooh,
have you ever had issues?
One time, and it was long story short, I was partying. I was partying like crazy, and this woman, she was beautiful. She takes off her clothes. She was 300 pounds, and it smelled like old fettuccine Alfredo, and I felt so bad. And I wanted to. One of my favorite
rappers.
Yeah, and I wanted to. I was like, I'm gonna just, and it just didn't work, and I feel so bad. And she's dead now. She's dead diabetes.
You ever go to her gravestone and dump a pile of fresh fettuccine Alfredo?
Little Parmesan. I get the Parmesan packets, and I'll just go put it on her. Mm-hmm. Dolores, I miss you, Dolores. I'm sorry about that night.
You know what you should think about doing? I would fill a pepper grinder or a cheese grinder with her ashes and wake her mother up.
Wow.
And grinding it on top of her face.
Well, the problem is we buried her. We don't have any of her ashes. I do have some of her old toenail clippings.
It might work.
We can grind some of those. Okay, well now, how does it feel, Mike, now that you're a Netflix superstar, being in tires with the hottest comedian in the game right now, Shane Gillis? Has the ego gone to his head? Has it gone to your head? What's it like being connected with these superstar comedians?
I feel very fortunate to be able to do anything with my friends creatively, and this was a few days from heaven that I got to be a part of this. All my buddies were there. We had a blast. We raised hell. We made a little money.
A little bit of money, but let's be real, Mike. In Netflix, I mean, I'm sure Shane's rolling in it, but aren't they kind of a little cheap, right? I mean,
I made exactly $2,000,
which is good money. Let's not poo-poo on $2,000, but this is a hit show that's probably made them millions and millions and millions.
Incredible, but I'm happy to be a part of it. It was a fun thing to do with the boys, and it's just awesome to see guys that I know and love, you know, on Netflix for guys to beat off to at home when their wives are trying to do their Sudoku puzzles.
And did they give Shane this show because he has Down syndrome?
They did. It's part of an initiative that they're trying out.
DEI, that's what I said. They wanted him to be black, but they said he was retarded enough. It didn't matter that he was white.
It's the retarded DEI. It's called DOI.
DOI, yeah. No DOI.
Yes.
And tell us about anything weird happened on set, anything at the craft service table, anybody, you know, there was no divas, there was no yelling, no everybody was friends?
I wish I had a salacious story to tell you, but everybody... it was business as usual, man. Everybody's a professional. Everybody
I heard Tim
up.
Butterly was doing some stuff in his trailer that was very unbecoming of a gentleman, is what I heard.
Well, I'm used to him shooting bottle rockets out of his asshole.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if everybody else is, though.
They said that he was doing that he had a special lotion jar that he was using. He was constantly rubbing lotion on his genitals during the show shooting.
He does do that, and to get I don't know if have you ever put a bottle rocket in your asshole?
I have not, but I have put a lot of stuff in there.
But you got to lotion it up to get it in there. And the trick that Tim does, it's how he gets ready. He wouldn't come out of his trailer until he did this, but he would lotion up the end of the bottle rocket, put it in his asshole, set it off, fire it off, and then he would ask one of the PAs to come and clean up what was left.
Being a production assistant's not easy. I mean, Jimmy has to do a lot of similar stuff like that, Jimmy. Jimmy would clean that up. Jimmy's cleaned up work. What's the nastiest thing you've had to clean up, Jimmy?
Probably when you waterboarded yourself with mayonnaise.
That was disgusting.
Or actually, no. The worst was when Darius, you made him into a human Big Mac, and he left his underwear on set that was covered in Thousand Island dressing.
Oh, that was gross.
Oh, and cheese. There was cheese on it.
Oh, you guys remember that? And then when Bree came in the studio, and what did she say it smelled like?
She said it smelled like
Just
crap.
said it smelled and that there was a trail of cheese leading to the door.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I don't know why you guys would let me do that. As a producer, I blame y'all for that. Now, speaking of Netflix, speaking of all your success, Netflix came out with one of my favorite movies of all time, Cuties. Now,
you're a Cuties man?
I'm a huge Cuties guy.
I thought I smelled a cutie pie when I walked in here, man.
I got it on DVD. I got it off Netflix. I got it actually on DVD. But tell me, did they make you guys do any weird child sexual stuff on tires? Like, did they make any kids parade around in thongs or anything?
I will say this before I say anything else, but I have traveled internationally to attend a child beauty pageant as an adult.
Okay, with timeout. Jimmy, call the cops. What do you mean?
Should we end the stream?
Yeah, what do you mean? I mean, maybe we have to end the stream. What do you mean on your own accord you went to a child beauty pageant, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Epstein vibes?
My niece was competed in Hawaiian tropic pageants.
For children, Hawaiian tropic pageants are typically bikini contests.
Bro, they have them at the mall. Okay, they would have Hawaiian tropic pageants at the mall.
Wait, for children, or
yes.
Because we're talking about the Hawaiian tropic suntan lotion that babes put on their breasts so they can blackfish and become tan like a dark person.
You know how the copper tone baby has the dog pulling the diaper a little bit down?
Yes.
Well, Hawaiian tropic has it all the way down.
And there's children, or are these kids in like bikinis?
No, they're in like JonBenet Ramsey dresses.
That's kind of even creepier.
It's 1,000 times worse. But they would have him. They have them locally, and the grift is that they get people to pay for the right to compete for these national pageants, and then even further than that, international pageants.
Okay.
So my niece did well in her heats, and she won a trip to Mount Saint Sevier, Quebec, to compete in an international Hawaiian tropic pageant. My father saw this as an opportunity, and I still hate him for it, for a family vacation. So we all traveled to Quebec.
Quebec?
Yes.
Isn't that the place where, like, if you don't have your menu in French, you can get in trouble?
You might get in trouble for that, but if you travel internationally for children-related activities, there's no...
And they let you in the country, no problem? They didn't...
No issues. So we all went up to Quebec, and we competed, and it was a lot like The Shining, because it was an off-season ski resort.
Okay, that's kind of scary, but keep going. This is interesting. So you're in a shut-down ski resort. There's it's probably the tourism's way down. There's not a lot of there's no skiers. And you're in an empty resort with a bunch of children. And then what happens next?
I don't remember much about the pageant, but I got drunk with my father.
Were you on Perk 30s then?
No, I was just a drinker then. I was 18. And I got drunk with my father for the first time. And this story gets very sad in a moment. But the last night that we were there was the night that Princess Diana was killed.
This story's dark. Keep going.
The kids look great.
The kids look great.
Yeah, I mean,
were they still able to perform? They still had the competition, even though Princess Diana was murdered. From what I believed, are you into conspiracies?
They had the kids come out in little cars too.
No, and they were wrecking
I know
those
it's
cars.
insensitive, but
Okay, but there's a lot of conspiracy with that. I'm the conspiracy asshole, primetime 99 pimp on a blimp. Did you know when one of the reasons? Speculative reasons that Princess Diana, that I think was murdered, I know that sounds crazy, is that she was supposedly pregnant with Dodi Fayed's son or baby, and they didn't want to mix his Islamic bloodline with the royal family. Have you ever heard that conspiracy?
I have. I lean toward another Princess Diana conspiracy. I lean toward, you're familiar with the game Mario Kart?
Of course, yeah.
She was in development with Nintendo for Diana Kart.
And you tell me Big Nintendo killed her?
They did, because they were when they put on the green suits with the little balls and they're trying to get the human mimicry down.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's what they were doing with her.
They put the balls on her and then they killed her like that. Wow.
The woman died covered in balls.
Rest in peace. Damn. Princess Diana. Her sons, her kids are a mess.
Yeah, the one's still bald, man.
I know. And the other one married that African-American woman and then had to run away to Los Angeles.
You don't like her?
No, I kind of like her, but I mean, I think she's hot. She was a suitcase woman on, what was it? What's that show?
Suits.
No, she was in Suits.
What is Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No Deal. She was a Deal or No Deal hostess or whatever. And now she acts like she's the queen of freaking England. It's like, come on, shut up. Just open the suitcase. You're not that smart. I don't know. I mean, what are these? You literally just, ooh, $25,000, you lose. I mean, what? I mean, literally, a retarded monkey could do that. No offense. I'm not calling her that, even though I think the queen did.
And that brings us to our next sponsor, Retarded Monkey Tennessee Whiskey.
Man, I'm losing it right now. Oh, I got to focus for the back half of this. Okay, so tell us a little bit about... Ooh, I know that feels good.
It does. It's like a little Princess Diana crash happening in your brain.
In your brain a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so tell us about Dad Meat. Tell us about podcasting, the success you've had with it. Or do you think podcasting is annoying as hell?
I love it. I'm glad to not work a real job anymore because of it. So thanks to books and podcasting, I do Dad Meat with the funniest dude on the planet, Tim Butterly. Who, if you're watching, Tim, I love you, and I hope you enjoy your vacation this week. Tim and I started Dad Meat because we were a part of a Comedy Central pilot called Delco Proper, which was created by John McKeever, who also co-created Tires.
And so that's how you're all connected. And what is the reference of Dad Meat? That means penis, correct?
No, it's just a dumb name. The thing that we wanted to call it was already taken, so Tim's brother said that we're a couple of meaty dads, so we called it Dad Meat.
And that's it. It's just I thought that was like a sexual innuendo. So you guys are just meaty dads.
I mean, aside from the logo of Tim and I sucking our own dicks.
Yeah, wait, are they naked? Are they naked on the logo, Jimmy? You can confirm that?
Can you go to put full screen 6?
Let me see this. We can show this on YouTube?
Yeah, nope.
Oh, that's you guys doing the doing little gay yoga, it looks like.
Dickrum yoga.
Oh, this guy's brilliant. We have one of the smartest comedians we've ever had in here.
Smelling salts.
It's the smelling salts will make you smarter. So, Dad Meat Podcast, the guy that helped you create this ended up creating Tires. What's the deal? I don't understand. Why is everybody so pumped up about tires? Is it because everybody has to have tires on their cars? Why is I mean, I haven't seen it. What's it about? Is it about...
It's basically every day we're reenacting... you're familiar with 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. We're reenacting a 6th degree of Princess Diana.
No,
yes.
You guys actually have... Do you guys have any car crashes or anything in the tires?
So the pilot of Tires starts off with the tow truck drivers pulling the wreck from the highway in France, I believe it was. And then that's where the story picks up.
Are you familiar with the DuPont family?
I live near them, near where their estate was.
You know John DuPont molested a bunch of Olympic wrestlers?
Great wrestling coach, but go ahead.
Foxcatcher. Speaking of foxes, Michael J. Fox, now we're connecting all the dots.
Maybe John DuPont is catching him from the grave, and that's why he's got the wigglies.
Potentially, that's why he's always shaking like that.
No.
Yes, can you believe that? I still feel kind of weird. My nose is still a little bloody from that. And Jimmy, when you pick up this tire, it's covered in white spray paint, so be very careful on your new clothes. I don't want you to get...
Thank you for the heads up.
Too nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any super chats, Jimmy? I haven't heard you... Have we not got one super chat tonight?
I think they spent all the money on the Monday stream.
I know. What's that all about? We need some heavy hitters. We need the chat rats to come in here hard and heavy. For Mike, we got to freaking support Mike. Also, we need you guys to hit that like button. Hit it right now. I don't give a damn what you're doing. Just smash that like button, or else I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to spray paint the N-word on your driveway and then go viral. Have you noticed that everybody that always does a swastika or N-word is usually the person that... You know, like it's always a Jewish guy that does the swastika, and it's always, a black guy that does the N-word. What's that all about?
That's a fun word and a fun symbol to paint. Have you ever tried painting anything else? You're started on both of them.
I know. I did half of one right now.
You're so close.
I know. We are really close. Let's
do it on the inside so you don't get in trouble.
They can't see this. Oh, we're close now. Jimmy, is this bad that we're spray painting half of a swastika on this tire?
As long as it's not the full thing, we're good.
Are we okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get terms of service.
No, we're good.
What do you think about the war in Ukraine? Is it a scam?
I love it. I wish it had started earlier. I like everybody's colors. I think they got good outfits.
You do like the blue and gold. They had Los Angeles Rams vibes.
I know, but I think of them more as St. Louis Rams with the run and gun offense.
The greatest show on turf.
Yeah, Torrey Holt, Kurt Warner. I came very close to calling Kurt Warner's wife a man once.
She did have that short hair.
She did, and I bitched out at the last moment. I looked the man in his eyes. I was going to tell him, your wife is a man.
But she had a good body, though, didn't she?
She's beautiful. I think she grew her hair out, too. She really looks great, man.
I think she was hot. And he was a grocery store clerk at one point. She stuck with him, so.
He actually, the way that they met is he threw an eggplant at her, and it knocked her wig off, and that revealed that haircut.
And then she had the hair.
Yeah.
Wow. We learn something new every day. But speaking of learning something new, do you ever get frustrated that you work your ass off, you travel across the country, you film hundreds and maybe thousands of hours of podcasts, and you can't get any more popular than one girl that says "Hock to us," spit on that thing?
I like it, and I'm going to start sucking dick because of it.
No, do not say that online. Let's check. So this is the Hocktua girl. Her name is Haley Welch, and she gets a hero's welcome at a Florida beach club as she continues to cash in on her X-rated 15 minutes. So do we have the clip?
Well, we have the clip of her entering.
And this is my favorite part. If you look at the sign, they spelled Haley wrong. Speaking of Percocet and cocaine, this is tons of it at this party.
That's somebody spitting from the side?
No, I think that's just bad pyrotechnics. Look at this. All because she said spit on that thing. They paid her $30,000 and they spelled her name wrong. She's crying. Look at that. They don't even know how to spell Haley.
When's the last thing you spit on?
I don't know. My ex-wife's grave, I think.
It was me last show.
Did I spit on you last show, Jimmy?
Yeah, it was unintentional. You were yelling so bad that
that happens. But no, yeah, probably my ex-wife, and she deserved it. But Hocktua, I mean, what's the deal? Why is everybody so obsessed with this girl? In your opinion, Mike?
She's a lovely lady. Me, myself, personally, as a person, I usually like my women about 200 pounds heavier.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So Latina that they have barbed wire scars on their legs.
From crossing the border.
Yeah, and it's so not really my cup of tea, but at the same time, I can respect it.
I can respect it too because she's brutally honest.
I love it. It's all you can ask for.
And a lot of you ladies that are watching this right now, and this is not a dating show, but in a way it is a dating show. You're probably sitting there and you're like, why won't a guy date me? Why can't he keep a boyfriend? Are you Hocktua? Are you spitting on that thing? And if the answer is no, that's probably why you're single.
If you meet a lady for the first time, Alex.
Yes.
Are you spitting on the butthole or the pee-pee hole?
Of the woman?
Or the guy
myself?
who let you in the building?
Or it's always a pee-pee hole. That's my favorite hole. Mm-hmm. My favorite hole is a pee-pee hole. I've had a lot of good memories of the pee-pee hole, bad memories of the pee-pee hole.
Yeah, the thing that I like to do is if I'm spitting in somebody's urethra, I like to say, this is no longer your urethra, this is my urethra. Like the Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah.
Big.
It's like, I'm a big space guy, so, I'm always like, damn girl, I love Uranus. And she's like, you like my anus? Please don't laugh.
I liked it though.
Let's not stop. Let's just stop laughing.
Do you ever?
We got a super chat.
Oh, we did.
Ann Kirk, Delco, Pennsylvania fan here. I heart Mike. Please tell Alex about the Springfield Mall incident in the '80s. My friend cut her hair in Muncie.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh my God, I love this woman so much. All right, I take back everything I said about scarred Latinas. I also love unhinged white lunatics from Delco, PA. There was a woman, and if you're watching right now, I urge you to stop watching the show. Go on another browser and Google Sylvia Segrist, the Springfield Mall shooter. So Springfield is a town, it's close to where I'm from. It is in Delco. And Sylvia Segrist was a lady who gradually became more and more mentally ill.
Okay.
She would go to the gym in fatigues. She would get kicked out of the gym for screaming while on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And then one day she finally had enough and she walked into the mall and she didn't kill too many people. I think she might have only killed 2 people and shot maybe single digits. So not a big dog, like a not like a
Stephen Paddock or anything.
No, it's the lady Stephen Paddock. But still terrorizing enough as to where, you know, she is worth mentioning, and she's got one of the best set of crazy eyes I've ever seen on a lady.
Did she kill herself in the battle, or did she die in the battle, or she lived through it?
She's still alive, and she's still locked up.
No,
Yeah.
good for her.
And she also had a phase where she started wearing Muslim garb.
Well, I think you have to do that in prison. You have to be like, assalamu alaikum. If you don't join the Muslim gang, they kill you, I think.
Before prison, though.
Oh, she was Islamic before prison?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazier than her shooting that mall up. Speaking of being crazy and having a dark past, have you seen this guy named Sketch that's very viral on the internet?
Yeah, I feel for the guy. I mean, who hasn't done some weird butt stuff on the internet?
I don't know. I mean, everybody's done weird butt stuff, but he was doing an OnlyFans, and he had to. Let's play this little clip of Sketch admitting that he was in an adult film or adult OnlyFans site.
Look at this. Open and honest. That was me. That was me. It's okay, though. I will tell you what. Okay. 2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of the stuff. You know, I'm a changed person. This is going worse than I thought it was.
He's funny. He's
Yeah.
definitely funny.
I love him.
Yeah, I do
So
too.
2
I
years
like him.
ago, I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did, possibly.
Oh, man. An autistic Bill Clinton impersonation. How can you not
That's
love
on
him?
the back.
No, I love this guy, but you know what I think's probably the only thing worse than him having gay sex with, like, you know, a bunch of random people on the internet. You know, he's not actually retarded.
I would bet my life he's on the spectrum.
You think he is? So because I mean, I guess you'd have to be on the spectrum if you wore like a Superman outfit and let a guy blast you in the butt.
Well, if you let the clip play, you're going to hear him say Hawktism Tua.
Autism Tua or Hawktism Tua? That's brilliant. He probably does have a little bit of something. Jimmy, do you think you have autism, right, Jimmy? Are you guys on the same? You guys on the same spectrum or not?
Yeah, we're probably pretty similar.
Well, Jimmy's also gay.
Yeah, and Jimmy's gay. Like Jimmy actually went to gay conversion therapy and had a beautiful daughter because of it.
There?
No, it was after, right?
It was. It was. Yeah. Well, they had to teach me can't make a baby there.
That's part of the graduation. They make you fuck on stage.
Yeah. That's how I graduated. I had to prove
Jimmy
it.
was so stressed. He didn't think he was going to graduate. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but he did it.
If they sent you to camp, how do you think you'd come out?
I would be the counselor of that camp, and I am the counselor of that camp. And a lot of young men, I've changed a lot of young men's life. Mike Pence is the one that converted me to being straight. Vice president.
He's got great cheeks for smacking your meat on.
He does. He has a great derriere too. Not that I like that anymore. I hate that. It's disgusting. It's only for pooping. But Mike Pence looks good in a bathing suit. Don't get me wrong. Stays between me and Mike, though.
Are you allowed to write down your gay thoughts once you graduate from gay conversion camp?
I think that's more gay than having gay sex.
Okay.
Because there's some stuff that's gayer. Like Nick Fuentes has a joke that I use all the time, that even heterosexual sex is gay. That all sex, premarital sex, in a way, is gay. What do you think about that aspect?
I guess I'm pretty gay then.
Yeah.
So I think...
Because you have to buy flowers, you got to buy dinner, you kind of have to be romantic, so you kind of have to be like, what's up, baby? And you got to put on cologne, you got to make sure your boxers don't have a poop stain on it.
And all guys love pussy, so...
Not all guys.
They do. Pussy.
Kevin Spacey does not like it.
He loves it.
Pete Buttigieg does not like it.
If you put a little bit of pussy in front of each one of those guys...
Barack Obama does not like vagina.
Loves it. If you surprise him every now and again, you'll get him. Because, Alex, pizza is like pussy. You might not be hungry for it, but if somebody puts it in front of you, you're going to take a little nibble.
Once again, I can't debate that.
He's a philosopher.
This guy is brilliant.
We got another super chat from Jalbatros64.
Thank you, Jalbatros.
What would be your last meal if you were on death row?
If I was on death row, my last meal, I think about this all the time because I've murdered a lot of people in my past, and this is a big possibility for me. And I would do something like really, really bizarre. Like I would eat like a peanut butter and sardine sandwich or something, so that when they talk about me in the future, like this guy had they'd be like, the grossest last meals. Alex Stein murdered 17 people secretly, and his last meal was a peanut butter and jelly with sardine sandwich. And they'd be like, oh, they'd be more grossed out by my last meal than by murders.
Do you think instead of a last meal, you could just ask for a little kiss from the executioner?
Could you imagine that?
I could. I am.
Could you imagine, though, if the executioner, if you tried to have sex with the executioner before you were killed?
Oh, my God. Oh, my
God. Dude, you're about to kill me. Can we just fuck?
Do you think it would make you hotter for him, or you think you would be disappointed if he pulled the hangman's lever just as your lips were about to touch?
Can you imagine that? You think you've been in prison on death row, and you're finally going to get that warm embrace that you've been begging for, and then he gets zapped out.
I feel terrible bringing this up because we're having such a good time, but did you know today would have been O.J. Simpson's 77th birthday?
No!
I know. I'm so sorry.
Are you serious? We just had Kato Kalin on the program the other day.
Oh, no. Did you get a McDonald's?
Why? Does Kato like McDonald's?
He got it with O.J.
Oh, yeah, they would have McDonald's breakfast or something?
No, they went the night after he allegedly killed Nicole.
Wait, I thought that he went to Chicago and then flew back the next day.
He went home, he got McDonald's with Kato, got changed, got showered, flew to Chicago that night, and then they brought him back.
Oh, so he ate McDonald's. See, we didn't even ask Kato this. Jimmy, why didn't we ask Kato about the McDonald's? I love freaking McDonald's.
I didn't even know he did that.
Okay.
I mean, I thought there would be blood all over him. He might have noticed something was up at McDonald's.
Well, maybe. Speaking, well, they're red shoes, red clowns. I don't know. Red would their colors are red and yellow, so maybe they're just a big McDonald's fan. I don't know. I think there's a lot of blood in McDonald's nowadays, so I don't know. It would maybe not be noticed, in my opinion.
Are you an OJ man?
I'm huge. Are you kidding? I'm like his biggest fan. Number 32, the Buffalo Bills, to 2,000 yards, dude. 2,000 yards.
Winner.
Heisman winner.
Naked Gun star.
Naked Gun, dude. I love Leslie Nielsen. That guy was Leslie Nielsen in that movie. He was one of the funniest people in the world. And speaking of being funny, can you give us a little context on this next clip, Assault number 8?
Sir, is there any concern that he would team up with another small man to step inside of a trench coat, Little Rascal style?
No.
Can you elaborate on what the hell was going on in this press conference?
I'd love to, Alex. So there was a little tiny murderer running around my neighborhood. I guess it was last September.
We've talked a lot about murderers tonight. I feel like, sorry to cut you off, but another story about a murderer, okay?
I think I bring it out of there.
Yeah, this is a recurring theme on the episode tonight, but yes, so a small murderer.
Well, I'm a real creep. So this little murderer was running around my neighborhood for a while. After the first couple of days, it was funny because he's so small and he's so tiny, and the way that he got himself out of prison was so clever, and you were almost rooting for the guy. Mm-hmm. But then after like 3 days or so, they showed footage of him smiling into a lady's Ring camera. Then it got scary. And then he got a truck. And at this point, it's like, yeah, I'm still kind of rooting for him. And then it goes on for, I don't know how many days, maybe like a week and a half. And
they can't find him.
They couldn't find him. And the area...
He was like gaining. He was like getting trucks. Like I'm saying, like he was getting stronger.
It was like a fucking video game. And he was getting all the shit he needed. And I wish I would have found him because I would give him a little hug too. But he's out there for maybe a week and a half, close to 2 weeks. And my other podcast is a true crime podcast called Little Stinkers. And I was going to go out to the area where they thought he was to make content.
In the woods or something?
Yeah. There's a really nice these botanical gardens called Longwood Gardens. It's beautiful. And he was just traveling that area. And it's close to where I live. So I was like, let me drive out there. Maybe I can find him.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I find him?
Why not? These detectives they're idiots too. I mean, what do they know?
I was going to set a little stick and box trap, put a little Modelo in there for him. I didn't do that because that morning I was getting ready to leave and my wife said, "You're not going to want to hear this." And I was like, "Oh my God, my parents are dead." She's like, "No, they caught Danilo Cavalcante." But the firehouse where they were having the press conference was pretty close to my house. So I drove out there. And I realized that they were letting anybody ask questions.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, fuck it, why should
That's how press conferences work. I've been to a press conference at like a horroring event like that. They just set up cameras. I mean, there's no like security or anything. So you're just sitting there with a bunch of journalists. And what did you just wait for a lull in the conversation to ask a question? Because
yeah, I did. And honestly, you're an inspiration.
Oh, wow. A pimp on a blimp. I inspired that. I should take all credit. So I get all credit?
Yes. You give me 1% and you can take 99%. No,
I want 100%. No.
All right,
I get 100%. What?
Take it back. All right.
Yeah, I just give me I'll take 99%. I'll take it if that's all. So You trolled him. You said that comment, and then that clip went really viral.
Yeah, they were not happy with me. They asked me to leave. I obliged, and I was intimidated because the place was filled with Pennsylvania State Troopers because they were all taking their victory lap. And I had to walk out through a sea of state troopers, and I drove there on a suspended license that day.
No!
So I was just hoping they wouldn't follow me out of the parking lot, but as luck would I had luck on my side. I was able to drive out of there.
Wait, Mike, you're deranged. You have a suspended driver's license, and you drive to the scene of a crime with every Pennsylvania State Trooper there?
Alex, what am I going to take the bus?
Driving with a suspended license is a very big issue. I mean, I know we're a comedian. No, it's not, dude. You'd be straight to jail. Suspended license is straight to jail offense.
It's not a real thing. How can they suspend a license? A license is an abstract concept.
I agree, and that's why, like, when I get pulled over, I don't even show my license. I'm like, I'm just traveling. I'm not even a citizen of the United States. I'm a traveler. Do you ever see those First Amendment audit videos?
I like them.
I love them. They're like, I'm not even a citizen. I'm just driving. This is a farm to, what do they like get a farm license or a farm license plate?
I don't think you can commit crimes in a car. It's like, okay, I can get drunk in my house, but I can't get drunk in my car. Okay.
I agree. We should be able to just freaking drink. You can get drunk in a limo. They're cool about that. Why can't I get drunk in my Kia?
A car's a little limo.
Exactly. That's how I like to
Well, hey, Mike, one more thing. You said that he escaped prison in an awesome way. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, so I think there was a staffing shortage, so he had a little bit of time on his hands. Not a little bit of time because he's a tiny guy, but you get where I'm going. And there was a walkway where he was able to fashion his feet on one wall, and he was the opposite way that I am right now. So pretend.
Oh yeah, we saw this video where he
was able to shimmy himself up.
He was in between the two walls, and he did like this, and we saw, this is the famous video. That video went super viral. I can't believe that guy is the guy that you confronted, or at least tried to confront.
And there was a guy, the video cuts off, but it was actually a gay prison prank because he was shimmying up, and his cellmate was actually under him with his mouth open in the hopes that he would fall down.
And just his penis would go right there. But tell me this, what would you have done if you did run into him in the middle of the woods? I mean, would you have apprehended him? Did you have a weapon? I mean...
I had a bike, and I would have put him in the front of the bike like E.T.
You had a bicycle?
Yes. No. I probably...
You had a suspended license, so that makes sense that you're on a bicycle.
I did, but I don't even know if there was a reward. I probably would have just gotten a picture with him for my podcast in the hopes that that would go viral.
Yes.
And then, who am I to stand in his way?
We love that. Let the criminals go free. Joe Biden does it. Okay, now you like movies, don't you?
Love them.
Well, I want to talk to you about a wonderful new movie from Angel Studios, Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot, inspired by the powerful true story of Bishop and First Lady Donna Martin and their tiny Bennett Chapel Church in the town of Possum Trot in the woods of East Texas. 22 families from a rural black church linked arms and courageously adopted 77 of the most difficult to place children in the local foster care system. By doing the impossible, the first 76 kids were adopted between 1998 and the year 2000. This East Texas community proved that with real, determined love, the battle for America's most vulnerable can be won, as this act ignited a national movement for vulnerable children that continues today. The first step to ending the crisis is to raise awareness. I encourage you to order tickets to see Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot, today at angel.com/Alex. That's angel.com/Alex. Sound of Hope is in theaters now. Go get your tickets today. So you want to help out black poor people, right?
I do, yeah. Anytime I'm on the bus and I hear somebody speaking on speakerphone, I don't complain. I just say that's the Sound of Hope.
That is the Sound of Hope. Wow. Yes. Okay, Mike, before you go, tell the audience, how can they find you? How can they support you? Other than on Perks, you got to get his new book, Delco Dirtball. But tell the people how they can find you and support you before you go, Mike.
You go to my website, which is onperks.com. And then also all my socials are at Mike Rainey 82. That's RAINEY 82. I got a couple comedy shows coming up in this beautiful state of Texas. August 21st, I'll be at Dallas Comedy Club, and August 22nd, I'll be at the Creek in the Cave in Austin, Texas. So Dallas and Austin, I cannot wait to fucking come back here. I love this state, and I'm gonna carry a gun from Philadelphia onto the plane to Texas, and I don't care who stands in my way.
Weed's not legal, but guns are legal as hell here, so you can just start shooting whenever you want. All right, before we end the show, it's a very special occasion. Can my sweet angel please come over here so we can sing for our freestyle finale today? You know, I like to end the show with a song every time, But it is my sweet, lovely lady. Could you sit right here? Maybe on my...
Sit here.
Yeah, sit. No, do not. No, sit right here. We're just going to sing. Can we sing, everybody? Can we sing Happy Birthday, Jimmy?
Let's do it.
And then can everybody super chat $5,000 because I want to be able to buy her a car, and I'm in really bad debt right now because of my online gambling addiction.
You bet on the Cowboys all season.
I did, and that's not a joke. All right, so should we do it white happy birthday or happy birthday? I don't know how to do the black one. Do you know?
I don't either.
I don't know.
Okay. Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paige. Happy birthday to you. I get off saying I love you. Do not show her butt on camera. That's illegal. All right, guys, that's been our show. Make sure to like, subscribe. Everybody go check out Dad Meat. Everybody check out Little Stinkers. And check out my man, Mike Rainey, in person, any chance you get. Creek and Cave in Austin, Dallas Comedy Club in Dallas. I love you guys. Peace and good night.